Alright guys, Ryan back here again for the second part of this. Didn't get, I was down at the TA, Seattle East, down there on exit 34 on 90, there in Washington. Got in there about 9 o'clock and had a huge ordeal at the fuel pumps and all that, so I didn't get this finished up then. They had half the fuel lanes down, pressure washing them at 9 o'clock in the morning for some reason. I don't know why you wouldn't do that in the middle of the night, but so they had half of the fuel line shut down. Then you got one guy that's pulled across all the lanes, like he pulled out of his spot and he's like blocking 2 of them. And then in front of me there was a guy that pulled up to the pump, and I'm like, he gets out and he runs inside, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna go in there and set up the pumps or whatever. He's in there for like, I was off duty for like 15 minutes on the clock, and then the guy comes running out. He pulled up to the pump, and it just blows my mind. But he comes back out and just leaves. Never did get fuel. So then the other guy that was in front of me, he was pumping fuel, and he goes inside for 15 minutes at the same time this other guy pulled up, then comes out and leaves. And I'm like, there's nobody in front. I mean, there's no professional courtesy in this business anymore, none whatsoever. Nobody cares, nobody gives enough. It's just I'm gonna pull up at the pump and run in for 15 minutes and not even get fuel and block everybody. But so it kind of soured my whole day, and I didn't get this finished up and that yesterday morning. But I ended up getting that delivery in Linwood, which is north of Seattle. I got that done this morning. I called the agent, and they were cool with me coming up to Yakima and getting that delivered. So I got down there at 9 at Linwood, and it took me about 2.5 hours to get out here. So I was out here, well, I left Linwood at about 10:15, so I got out here at about 15:15 noon, and 7 pallets. We had to unload them. Like, they had a little pull off on the side of the street, and I had to pallet jack them out. But I was in and out there in about 15 minutes, got done. Then I came down here to Ellensburg at this Flying J dealer. I like this place. There's a lot of bad reviews on Trucker Path, whatever, for it, but it's pretty big lot, and this kind of homey out here for me. I mean, I kind of like the terrain. Looks like tall fescue or something across the road, but you got mountains and all that in the background. Nice little breeze. It is hot today. It's like 90 degrees out here, but so I've stayed here before. I kind of like it. They got a pretty good food selection in there. So like I said, if you're out to I-90 Ellensburg, they just built a new pilot up the road. I haven't stayed there, and I'm not a big fan of Love's, but so I stopped. I've been here a couple times and I like it, so that's where I'm at now. So I was talking about parking first part of this video, and I drew up a little sketch of a mock truck stop. I've gotten blocked in several times, and I've gotten smart about it with kind of a parking strategy. So I mean, if you're starting at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night like I do, or even if you're starting early morning, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, you got these guys that come in at the later hour, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, and you know, the parking that's already done. Parking's over with. I mean, everything's full, and these guys will park wherever. Some guys, like I said, going back to that professional courtesy thing, I've had guys that actually knock on my door and be like, hey man, there's no place to park, you know, are you gonna leave? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna leave at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and they'll be okay, just knock on my door, and you know, then I'll pull out, and they take my spot, so it's no big deal. But some people, they will not, you can beat on the door, they won't answer it. You can go inside and get the truck stop employees come out, still won't answer it. There's been one time, actually, the truck stop, it was at a Flying J down in South Carolina, I believe, right there off of I-85. Can't remember which location it was, but they actually had, I was blocked in, I had an appointment, I had to get out, and you know, I had somewhere to be. They actually had to call the sheriff out. I had to sit there for an hour. Like, this person would not answer. They had to bring the sheriff out to get this person to move their truck, and that's just ridiculous. I mean, I don't have any problem. I mean, if somebody needs to park, they need to park. But I mean, we're not all on the same schedule here. I mean, some people, I'm not working on the same schedule as the guy that wants to park in front of me. You know, I'm not going to wait here till he gets up and decides to leave. And as I said, I mean, there are good people out here that have professional courtesy that that will like give you a heads up, like, hey, I'm going to park here, you know, let me know if you need to leave, and it's cool, so that's no big deal. But like I said, I'm usually coming in truck stops at 9 or 10 in the morning or whatever, and I've got pretty well the pick of the litter for the most part. But I've gotten pretty smart, like I said, as to where to park and where not to park when you're running that type of schedule. And I've got a kind of a sketch drawn up, and I'm gonna get in the truck there and show you guys that. And that's pretty much the topic for today. I'm gonna get those headed down to the Loves in Tacoma tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try to get down there about 8 o'clock, because like on the Trucker Path app, that actually looks like, if you look down like the grid, looks like the best time to get a spot down there, because I know if you know the area, that's a terrible place. There's so many locals that are parking down there like it's their private parking lot or whatever, which I don't agree with that either. I mean, if you're gonna buy a truck, you're gonna be in this business, I mean, there's no way in hell that I would leave my truck at a truck stop for an extended amount of time when I wasn't. There's no way I'm gonna do that, because I mean, I know what goes on in these places. I'm not gonna have the hood torn off of it and come back and not know who it was, or the truck broken into and everything stole out of it. So I mean, I found a lot on Craigslist, because I got plenty of land, as y'all know, but the way my driveway is set up over at the farm, I can't get this trailer in there. And once we move back over there, I'm looking at doing a driveway expansion, if you will, to get the trailer in there. But I parked the truck over there, as you've seen on the videos. So I'm looking at, I mean, I've got a place up in Twinsburg, Ohio, where I park up by Cleveland. I only pay $50 a month to drop this trailer up there. It's inconvenient though. It seems like I'm always going the opposite direction, to go up there, get my trailer, and go the opposite way. So that's why I kind of want to bring the trailer back home with me. So we're gonna probably solve that situation this fall. But like I said, $50 a month is a drop in the bucket. So if you're getting into this business, I would not park my truck at a truck stop and leave it there for an extended amount of time. Just for the fact that, I mean, you don't know. I mean, if you're out here, you know what goes on in these places. And two, there's people out here like me and all of you that we're out on the road and we're looking for a place to park, and it's pretty effed up, I think, when you go into a place and half the lot is taken up by people that are just parking there like it's their private parking spot. So that's just my grinding gears type of thing, rant for the day. But I'm gonna go in there and show you the board that I got drawn up, and we'll talk about that for a second, and we'll close up. And like I said, I'm gonna have a down day tomorrow once I get parked down there, hopefully at the Loves, because I'm not picking up till 3 p.m. There on Friday at that PepsiCo down there, Quaker Oats, whatever it is, in Tacoma. But so I'm gonna get that settlement statement and all that updated for July. It was out for about 3 weeks almost, I guess, in July, from about I think I left the 2nd, and I was back on the 19th, I believe. So about 3 weeks or so I was out for July, and that was all I worked in July. But I got those printed out, and I'm gonna do a separate video on those right here tomorrow, and we'll get those out probably Friday. But other than that, we'll go back to the truck and we'll go over that whiteboard with that parking layout, and we'll close from there. Alright, so back in the truck here, I got my whiteboard with my little mock truck stop layout, and I'm going to go ahead and go over this and tell you where I would park and where I wouldn't park and why, and that's what it is. So I'll go ahead and show you that, and then we'll follow up after that and call it a day, and we'll get that settlement video up tomorrow hopefully, and or the day after for you guys. I'll get it done tomorrow, and it'll be up hopefully Friday. But we'll go from there. Alright, so here's my little truck stop drawing, which I'm no artist, but this is Anywhere Truck Stop in the USA. And so, got the fuel islands here, scale, you got your in and out, driveway area here. There's like the convenience store, the gas islands and four-wheeler area. So then you've got like you can drive around here in the back. We got a couple of parking spots here, and then you got another little area back in here. But so I like end caps, But the problem with that is you have to watch where you have a lot of area here, because you're going to get guys that park here, that park here, that park here. Then you always got to scale. There's always a scale pontoon. Somebody always wants a pontoon on the scale. Even if half these spots are empty, there's always somebody that's going to park next to that scale for some reason. I don't know. I guess they like hearing people drive by all night. I don't get it. But so I've kind of marked areas where I shy away from parking. And the reason I wouldn't park here is because, like I said, you're going to get guys that are going to park along here. And that can make it difficult to get out, or you're gonna have to go bang on somebody's door or whatever. Front of the fuel pumps is usually pretty safe, because you can just pull, you know, straight out, unless there's, usually at the time I'm leaving, there's not a lot of people at the fuel aisles, so it's a pretty safe area, and they're not gonna let, you know, the staff is not gonna let a lot of people park. They're not gonna let people park out here in the way. So those are usually pretty safe spaces. Now you got an area like this, and if it's like nosed up to the store, you got to be kind of safe here, or watch out, because you might get somebody that wants to park here, or somebody wants to park on the end of these spots, and then it makes it to where you can't get out. Because these are most of these places, they're designed and they're measured out to where you can get out without that trailer tail end swinging around and taking somebody's hood or mirrors off. So when you get somebody parked here, I mean, you're not going to be able to get out of here without the end of your trailer. If you turn too soon, your trailer is going to swing over and catch somebody's mirrors or the front of their hood or whatever. So then you get in a situation where it's like, oh, I gotta go wake this guy up, or I risk tearing somebody's hood off. So I would have, like those spots like that where there's a place where somebody can pull in front of you, I would avoid those spots. I mean, this one on the end, you might be all right because you can pull straight out. These ones over here where they're face to face, those are pretty safe because, you know, that area in there is measured to where you can pull out with enough swing to where you're not gonna, you know, tear somebody's hood off. Up here, same deal. I mean, you're gonna get people that park here and here and here. Somebody's probably gonna park here, and all this is laid out for a reason, but people don't respect it for some reason. So in this case, I mean, like I said, here, these two are good spots right here where you could pull straight out. I mean, because most people nobody's really gonna park here. I mean, you don't have to worry about that. These spots here you got to worry because you're gonna get guys that pontoon on the end here. I think this is, for some reason, they can just keep making spots, and then when you try to get out again, you're gonna tear somebody's mirror hood off. So those are not safe spots. Again, these are head to head here, so those are pretty safe spots. Down here, and this time, I mean, depending on how long this is, I mean, if this is 70 feet long or something, I would probably not park here. I mean, if it's only 30 feet long, then you'll probably be pretty safe because nobody's going to park in front of you. But if it's long enough for a truck, somebody's going to put a truck there. Again, here, these couple spots here, probably pretty safe. But again, you got to worry about guys that are going to park here, and then back in here, you're going to get blocked in. So you pretty much, as you can kind of see the trend here, you want places that are straight out, you know, straight out. Again, here, straight out, where nobody can park in front of you. Because, like I said, when you're pulling out at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, or if you're a kind of a third shift guy or whatever, where you're pulling out at 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, or an early bird, as I say, you got to be pretty strategic about where you park. And like I said, I sometimes when I pull into a place, I might move 2 or 3 times. So if I don't like where I'm at, I'll wait for somebody to leave and I'll pull out. But because I usually don't go to sleep for a couple hours after I park. But so that's just a few tips. So anyways, I just thought I'd bring that topic up because I was down in Snowville and Utah at the pilot down there at the Utah Idaho border on I-84, and I got blocked in by a guy. So but I mean, I was able to get him up and got him to pull up and move and all that, but I just thought I would bring that topic up So if you are running that type of schedule, and you have that problem, or you're worried about that, or you're looking to come in, you know, to park or whatever in the morning, that's just some of the strategies that I use. I mean, it's kind of looking 2 or 3 steps ahead, like what if, I mean, where would somebody park? And that's what you got to look at, because like I said, and I've talked about this before, I mean, when I come in the morning, these places are dead. There's nobody in here. So I argued the fact of a parking shortage. Again, I think there is an overage of everybody that wants to do everything at the same time, drive at the same time, want to get fuel at the same time, and so on and so on and so on. And I mean, there's enough facilities out here, but when this is not a 9-to-5 job, so I mean, if you're not a truck driver and you're watching these videos, again, this is, you work different schedule, you work nights. I mean, whenever I got a load picking up at 3 p.m., 1500 on Friday, so my day starts then. It doesn't start at 8 o'clock in the morning. It starts when I pick up that load. So this is, like I said, this is not a 9-to-5 job. I know a lot of companies out there, they try to preach. I mean, I'm not trying to sell everybody on driving nights or whatever. I mean, I like not having anybody driving nights. It makes my job a lot easier, you know, with probably 80% less traffic and four-wheelers and trucks and all that. And like I said, when I come in, I can park wherever I want. Don't have to worry about it for the most part. The only thing I got to worry about is getting blocked in at night when I go to leave. It's my biggest fear with as far as parking goes. I just, like I said, just wanted to share that with y'all, and we will. I'm going to get into that settlement stuff probably tomorrow and get that stuff posted up. But again, thanks for all the support, and sorry for the hiatus there. I was extremely busy at home for 2 weeks, and when I got back on the road, it's been pretty much 700-mile plus days or nights for about since last Friday. Today's Wednesday, so it's been really busy, and it's been a struggle to kind of get back into the routine and all that. So yeah, so apologize for I'm kind of delinquent on replies of people and all that too. So like I said, we'll get that settlement stuff out for July. Get that video done probably tomorrow, so it'll probably be out Friday to catch up on all that stuff. And that's where we're at right now. So we'll see y'all next time. Again, subscribe, hit the bell for the updates. We thank y'all for the support, and we'll see you later.